That's
You know, I honestly didn't know that you could get kicked out of that restaurant for blank. Is the actual name of this restaurant is that restaurant? Yeah, that was good to know. I honestly didn't know I could get kicked out of that restaurant for thick, meaty thighs.
not quite Doria.
What did you want this voice?
That's not Doria. That's Zarbon.
Get
And-
Zarbon to say it'd be
And
funny.
what I meant by not quite Doria is the last word.
No, don't. Just don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Didn't know I could get kicked out of that restaurant for Leroy Jenkins. Didn't know I could get kicked out of that restaurant for farting and blaming it on your kid. Because I totally have one of those.
Yeah. His name is
It's
Bacon.
Yes!
guys. Leroy Jenkins.
Watch
what's
Batman
close?
play all his power cards like before.
When I'm getting down and dirty in the bedroom, I like to use blank as a euphemism for having sex. I like to use box for shits and giggles as a euphemism for having sex. I like to use crossing the point of no return as a euphemism for having sex. I like to use presenting your hindquarters as a euphemism for having sex.
Yes! I think all
Really?
I think all three of those would actually be euphemisms.
Yeah, I think so too.
I have a great idea for
Yep.
a game based
I'm playing this one.
You should know my one, Adam.
Yeah.
I have a great idea for a game based on bodacious booty hole bandits, casually watching porn with my family, stealing credit for video.
God damn it.
That's
meta-ness.
Activision's model.
Yeah.
No, that's Bethesda's model.
Yes, it is actually.
Oh, fucking hell. This one.
Yes!
Damn it.
Would you rather party with blank or blank?
With them.
Would you rather party with Dr. Steve Brule or straight girls trying at the gay bar? Okay, who's the first guy? Who's Steve Brule?
You gotta figure that out yourself.
That's what Google is for. That's what Google is for.
Alright, I'll do that later. Would you rather party with Abraham Lincoln, God King of the Free Peoples?
Steve Brule.
Or
Got it.
Wait, what did you just say, Jacob?
I would not like to party with him.
Actually, yeah, I need to see who Steve Brule is.
can I finish, please? Or having or having or having obvious mental issues about
He's gotta
deciding
choose
against
that
seeking
one.
help. Would
We
you
already
rather
know
party
who that
with
is.
baby
Fucking choose that one. I don't want to let him
or a sad koala with testicular cancer?
I was not going to choose that one, despite us.
I'm not sure which one to pick. I mean, all of these sound great, but
Oh, look, his own bias is coming in.
I'll go with this one.
Yes, yeah, fucking called it.
See, he's fucking vain. That's
Hey, I can have a I can take a laugh at myself.
Out in the West Dick.
No, it's because it has your name in it. That's why you chose it.
out in the west. Oh, well, don't even read it.
Oh, that
Okay,
guy.
who wrote it in? Who wrote it in?
I'm gonna read all of them. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso, I fell in love with shit dick.
Try to talk like Glammy.
Sorta.
Dick. Can you say shit dick in that voice one more time?
Shit dick.
Alright, soundboard, and I like to eat shit dick.
I fell in love with a Buzz Lightyear action figure rammed up the asshole. You see this guy in this town called Asshole.
I just remembered that robot chicken skit.
Okay.
Non-kids.
Classics.
I fell in love with a special need for titty milk. Cause you gotta love them tick old bitties.
Well,
Them
you
big
do
old
realize
bitties.
that's the only rule humans aren't.
Them big old bitties.
Mm. But, of all things, I love more than anything else in that town. Shit dick.
I knew it. I knew it.
It was Jacob.
Blank X blank fan fiction. Hearts.
Oh, that should be interesting.
If somebody puts Samus and Harley, I'm going to shoot you. Tickle bitties. It's a veiny skin flute fan fiction. Hot. That's pretty much just titty fuck.
Pretty much.
Oh, who did it? Because you spelled Diva wrong. Diva's Mick X. I'm sorry, but the person you've reached is unavailable. Please call 1-800. I don't give a fuck if you'd like immediate support. You also spelled immediate wrong. Whoever made this card.
Good job.
Casually talking about fetishes. X. A kids show watched mostly by grown men. Fan fiction. Hot. So that's just My Little Pony then.
Well, play some up Bernie's. Good job. Round of applause for that person.
I knew that was you. I knew that was you.
I thought I gave it away last round when I said it. Take old biddies.
I'm sorry, your call could not be completely completed as dialed. Please check and try again. Please check and try again.
That second one.
Adam, I know which one yours is.
Whoever
I
did
know
this,
who's
Sorry,
who.
your
whoever
call
did the
could
middle
not be
one,
completed.
you spelled privilege wrong.
Yeah, that is a write-in. Someone did fucking spell privilege wrong.
No, because I actually Googled that.
There's an
Let me
A
read it.
in there.
It's
No,
P-R-I-V-I-L-E-G-E.
Alright, let me read it.
Oh, you just said EGE.
Oh yeah, I did miss something.
Oh, so sorry!
Fucking A. I'll gladly admit I spelt that wrong.
I'm sorry, your call could not be completed as dialed. Please check the embarrassing thing that happened 8 years ago and try again. I'm sorry, your call could not be completed as dialed. Please check your privilege and try again. No, sorry, privilege. I'm sorry, your call could not be completed as dialed. Please check the fact people still teach Latin at all and try again later.
What?
That's a good one.
I thought Adam was gonna win that one.
Nah.
No, he spelled. Oh my god! This is totally a card for me and Jacob.
Okay. I will never forget that old Tim McGraw song from my youth. Live like you were blank.
Video game.
I will never forget that old Tim McGraw song from my youth. Live like you were pre-ordering a modern video game.
The disappointment on release day.
Oh.
Live like you were a fine misting of donkey urine. And live like you were the fear of being heavily criticized for making one little mistake.
Oh, these are these are all good.
They are all good.
Fucking the pre-ordering a modern video game.
Yeah.
I got glow in the dark now.
The donkey urine. I did like that donkey urine one though. I was close to picking that.
Seriously, stop blank. It's not normal.
I can't see anything, guys. I don't know what you're laughing at.
Some classic ass. You know you're one.
I can't see anything. There we go.
Gosh,
There we
all
go.
of these.
Seriously, stop accidentally clicking share on Facebook button on a porno. It's
Have you
not
guys
normal.
seen that comedian who's like,
Accidentally.
when you share porn, it should have like a thing that gives you a preview of what it would look like on your timeline. It would be like Little Timmy's baseball game, hardcore anal sex, and like your grandmother making cookies. And it should go, are you sure? Are you really sure? This shit
Yeah.
going on Facebook.
Okay. Seriously, stop going on a blind date with the world's youngest single mom. It's not normal.
Mm.
No, actually, seriously, for any of us.
Oh,
that
so
is
going on
not
a date with the Catch Me Outside girl.
Amen to that, Jacob.
Barry, edit.
Mercy, stop the new generation of furries' birthday. Disney's Zootopia. It's not normal. And it's not safe.
Mhm.
For just 50 cents a day, you can take these movies away from them and introduce them to real porn.
Hi, I'm
Which is
Josh,
All of
illegal.
these are great,
and I
though.
want to talk to you today about
Hi,
why
I'm Adam
furries are
Woodgate,
bad
and I like to
and why our
encourage.
next generation
mine
needs
is-
to get into tentacle
I'm-
porn.
Okay, I'm a couple CNNers one day that like when you're streaming Adam and we're on a Skype call, I'm just gonna say that you take peanut butter and you shove it down kids' throats.
I didn't say peanut butter.
No,
That's
I'm just gonna say
introduced-
that. Adam, you know what I'm on about.
Yes, I do.
Bananas
But-
looking bright.
Honestly, because
Yes!
it was what Jacob told us that just sold that card.
Yes! Thank you, Jacob.
I have a feeling that card like spawned from that comedian thing about it.
Well, a name like blank, I should have expected to be disappointed. Regrettably, I was not. I am now Deckard Kane, apparently. With a
Wow.
name like my YouTube channel, I should have expected to be disappointed.
With a
Regrettably,
name like
I was not.
PewDiePie.
with a name like Sean Murray's growing us. Fuck, I fucked that up. With a name like Sean Murray's magical growing bed of lights
wait,
trademark,
Liam,
I should have
Liam.
expected to be disappointed. Regrettably,
Liam.
I was not.
Liam, the way you were doing the voice and then you just stopped and you're like, fuck, I fucked that up.
Yeah.
I like to imagine like that in like the booth, like Sean Bean, and he's like, or like the guy who plays Bane, but just like, and then the castle was taken by the
I fucked it up.
fucked up. No, but it like
They
breaks the
don't
character.
kill me off for this
Oh,
one.
fucked up. Can you let
Hey guys, I fucked up.
Good? Like
I'm
a
gonna
really
come out.
fucking stupid voice.
I'm gonna do the next one. With a name like Bean Curd, I should have expected to be disappointed. Regrettably, I
Sounds like
was
kind of
not.
shitty aristocrat.
God damn it, bean curd.
I'm gonna click do this one just because I fucked up.
Ew. Sean Murray.
Hey, look, our scores are 4-3-2-1.
Yep.
TM.
Ah, so they are.
Mother got me for Christmas, and my E-pen grew so fucking huge. I got me a good old-fashioned back scratcher made of dull knives for Christmas.
Damn, I need me some
And
Dolphin
my
eyes
E-pen
right now.
grew so fucking huge. My grandmother got me the most awkward erotica you could imagine. And my E-pen grew so fucking huge.
Which is the first video of her first gangbang.
My grandma got me a stank ass
You mean the
mug
first book?
for Christmas.
No, Bateman, you just
The stone
ruined it.
tablet that's like got it carved in it.
It's all the caveman paintings.
This is what Granny used to look like. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did.
Thank you for reminding me of the time when I
Yeah.
was fucked.
Ah,
Oh.
yes.
Thanks for reminding me of the bygone days. You're sexy.
If you get tired enough, you'll eventually see visions of blank until you fall asleep.
If only I had a ride-in.
I've got crap this game.
They say if you get tired enough, you'll eventually see visions of a group of well-endowed African Americans until you fall asleep.
Endowed.
Endowed. Thank you.
Endowed?
Dude, I'm so endowed.
Oh yeah, so endowed.
Sorry, it's not a word I hear a lot. It's not a word I hear a lot. They
Do
say,
you know what that word means?
Well, to be honest, that just comes down to preference of how you want to say it.
yeah. They say if you get They say if you get tired enough, you'll eventually see visions of getting triggered by something ridiculous until you fall asleep.
Hello, Tumblr.
They say if you get tired enough, you'll eventually see visions of a really cheesy death scene until you fall asleep.
B-list movies.
I have to go with this one.
Yeah.
Do you know what endowed means?
Again, it's not a word I hear a lot.
It means they have massive penises.
Speak of the devil, don't talk about
Horse
blank.
penis.
That will make them hornier. Don't talk about a Kickstarter with a nice concept but no substance around them. It'll only make them hornier. Don't talk about clopping around them. It'll only make them hornier. Don't talk about seeing Eric shake what his mama gave him around them. It'll only make them hornier. God,
I'm not getting the point.
the fucking last one.
I'm
The
definitely
last.
not getting the point.
Dang it! I wasted clopping.
I got what you're getting at there, Jacob.
Clopping and masturbating to brony porn.
Oh.
Thank you, Jacob.
What 3 items do I have in my box labeled in case of emergency? An alarming addiction to something silly, a collection of every single Studio Ghibli film, and the ability to drink multiple liters of soda without vomiting. What 3 items do I have in my box labeled in case of emergency? All of the urinal cakes. 4chan.org/trash/ a turbo killer who's also a roller mobster.
That actually sounds useful.
Yeah.
What 3
So
items
does that
do I
last one,
have
actually.
in my box labeled in case of emergency? A collection of used SD cards with questionable content, an intense hatred for canines, and syringes filled with blood. Well,
be
the
honest-
thing is, I do not hate canines, so...
You sound like a news reporter who's really uninterested in their work.
And this week,
The ability to drink
Yes!
multiple liters
More
of
people
Yes!
soda without vomiting.
I
can
thought
do
that.
Put something useful in mind
Yeah, I thought yours was gonna win, Adam.
like students,
to help you.
struggle to continue my mission, but a game of cups and rubbers that turns into an orgy somewhere along the line will eventually take me down, Colonel. Take its toll on me.
Waiting for that.
I struggle
Waiting.
to continue my mission, but Down syndrome Danny will eventually take its toll on me.
Yeah.
I struggle to continue my mission, but penetrating a jalapeno.
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 Jalapeno is funny.
Jalapeno is funny, actually.
It is.
Yes.
It is, but-
Because if I'm doing Snake, he's not going to take the time to give a shit about Spanish language.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
He'd just be like, it's a jalapeno, and I'm
A game of
penetrating
cops
it.
and robbers slowly
Yes!
turns.
Yes!
Damn it.
I
You
did-
know what decks we just used? Rigged as shit ones!